So go ahead and tell me why you came to MidwestCon as a representative of Ultrafiber.
Yeah, so I work for Ultrafiber here in Cincinnati, and we're just starting to kind of look at the different ways we can engage our employees in using AI more in their work to help just increase their efficiency, get creative. You know, we're spending some great time today trying to figure out how to solve for problems and solve for, you know, things that are going on in everyday lives. And what if you can empower a whole force of employees to think about how can we solve for business problems that we have using AI. And so it's just kind of neat to come together and see how you can bring a collective of creative people together to do that. And then, you know, how can we then look at maybe translating that into our workforce to tap into some of that potential.
So bringing it in more to like your teams and your companies and going, hey, what are some of the things that you could automate? What are some of the problems you could
well, and
solve with AI?
I like here too, because you're bringing a collective of people who are so very different from one another and come from different areas. I think when you get teams together, like there's so much like-mindedness that sometimes you miss stuff within that. So I almost really like the idea of bringing employees together who are working in different areas of the company, you know, who are exposed to very different things, and having them kind of like, you know, brainstorm.
Break up kind of that silos and things. You know, you get people from different departments and you have different perspectives, different angles on the product and what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, and expose them to some of these different AI tools that I don't think a lot of people are familiar with, like the agent building and things like that. So
where do you see kind of, you mentioned like AI, you want to get AI in Ultrafiber so you guys aren't left behind. Where do you see like Midwest innovation and tech going like in the next 2 or 3 years?
I think it's going to be embedded in business, you know, and if you don't get on board, you're going to get left behind eventually. So I think it's just going to be embedded into like an everyday portion of people's jobs now. Like it's going to be commonplace, like Outlook, you know, is now.
I think it's going to be very much like Google or Gmail. Just kind of like.
Exactly. You use it every day.
Use it as a tool. And so I see that,
When I first started working, we didn't have, you know, Microsoft Teams. We didn't have Skype, you know, that was kind of like the earlier, there were no these tools to keep you connected across geographies and you know, you had to pick up the telephone, right?
It's the timing of it, like just where we are as a society and in the era, you know, we saw an increase in Zoom usage because of the pandemic. You know, and so I think timing and society itself kind of like influences greatly what tech tools we're using. And I see kind of a need for more of a global connection, more relationships, more efficiency, and so you see kind of a big emphasis on AI in the next few years.
Absolutely. I agree. So we gotta get on board with it.
Thank you so much for talking with me. I appreciate it.